Okay, so when we start, why you all find difficult, also another reason is you don't put this in your memory. The chapter or Chetasika. For this chapter, they will ask you the question, which one is Abhidhamma, which is the Chitta, which is Chetasika, and whatever. So to answer the question, like I ask you, okay, the Paramata Dhamma, what is it? So you have to tell me, oh, it's Phassa, it's Vedana, it's Sanya, it's Chetana. So you need to have this one in the back of your mind. All right. This means that you need to memorize it. If you don't memorize it, when you come to other chapter related to it, you feel lost because you forget the basic foundation. It's like, how are you going to write ABC if you forget? If even let's say, how are you going to college if you never remember how to write ABC? So all these are ABC, very basic level. Okay. So later we will come back to here again. So let us look at the all right our chapter. Now, today is something that I would say easier because it's something to do with meditation. All right. So we are here already. So previously we finished all the Adipati Indriya. So today we will see also in Indriya also. All right. Now this chapter Bodhipakkhiya Sangaha. So this one is all the numbers come in because of the Dhamma later, all right? So we can just ignore this. So far we know there will be only one chitta, there will be 13 Chetasika, altogether 14. And the Chetasika 13 is recorded as Panya, Vitaka, and so on. Right. Now, so we go for this one first. In this chapter, in this Sangaha, there are 7 categories. Satipatthana, Samapadana, Idipada, Indriya Bala, Bojanga, Meganga. Now you see this as a list. Okay. Why is it as a list? Because so far you see all these numbers. But actually, this is when we look at the numbers just now, the one 7 of them. Okay, I'll show again. These 7, all right? These 7, where do they come from? You know, there's a if we can link it with sutta, then it will be easy to understand. Actually, these 7 come from the Parinibbana Sutta. So everybody know Parinibbana refer to final passing away, great passing away of the Buddha. So it's a last sutta that preached by the Buddha, right? And what are those teachings they have with deep knowledge been taught by me, which after grasping them well, you should practice, develop, and make a lot of them so that the spiritual life may last long, may endure for a long time, that it will be for the benefit of many people, for the happiness of many people, of compassion for the world, for the welfare, benefit, happiness of this is talking about gods and men, all right? So these are this one. This is a Satipatthana. This one you see this Bala, Indriya, and so on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, this 7. This 7, like the Buddha already say, if we practice it, we grasp it, we develop it, it lasts for a long time. It will be benefit for many people, happiness others, and Buddha preaches for the compassion, welfare of for the gods and men. And then this is called the like just now, the 37 Bodhipakkhiya Dhamma. All right. This note I actually just prepared just now. All right. So anyway, this is actually coming from the Mahaparinibbana Sutta. So we link with the sutta where the Buddha preached it. So there are some sutta. If the Buddha preached a sutta at the beginning of uh okay, let me share again. Okay, there are few sutta. One of the sutta that the Buddha preached in the beginning, there is the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, the wheel, turning of the wheel, which is very important. Because if the Buddha practiced ascetic for so long and attained enlightenment, the first sutta he preached will be very important. Okay, there's a Dhammacakkappavattana sutta, the turning of the wheel. And the last sutta the Buddha preached will be also very important. That is the Mahaparinibbana Sutta, where he preached about these 7 because they are the factors that lead to enlightenment. Okay, so that's why the name is Bodhipakkhiya Sangaha. Bodhi is enlightenment. Pakkhiya is we call it there are different translations. Sometimes they call it requisites of enlightenment. Sometimes they call it components of enlightenment. Okay, so you can write down yourself requisites of enlightenment or components of enlightenment. So later I'll show you this thing. Okay. Sometimes they use the word components because these Dhamma they lead to enlightenment. Okay. The first one will be Satipatthana. All right. So we go back. Now, Satipatthana is mindfulness founded on 4 objects. Right. It's actually is the same thing. Is a sati. You know the meaning of sati? Sati is mindfulness. Patana is a founded. Means that founded means based on. Simply we use the English based on. So it's a mindfulness based on 4 objects. So the 4 object will be kaya, vedana, chitta, and dhamma. So kaya nupassana, vedana nupassana, chitta nupassana, dhamma nupassana. So any meditator who practice, especially vipassana meditator, you need to focus on this kaya, vedana, chitta, and dhamma. So sati alone is described as 4, referring to 4 objects. That's a kaya is body, vedana is feeling, chitta is the mind, and dhamma is dhamma. All right. So based on this, body, feeling, chitta, and dhamma. Right. So in ultimate sense, let's say body, of course, you know, is a rupa. Okay, body is a rupa. So vedana, feeling is a vedana. There's a chettasika. Chitta will be just the 89 chittas, or no, most of them will not arise, of course. Any chitta, let's say greed, hatred, delusion, all these different type of consciousness. Dhamma is a very big one. So in this Dhammanupassana, you know, there will be like 5 aggregates and then 6 sense base and so on. So it's a big category of this Dhamma. All right. So this is a one way to reach enlightenment because this is considered as a Bodhipakkhiya. All right. The word Bodhipakkhiya. So one way to reach enlightenment by practice the Satipatthana. Okay. So that's the reason of why we study this one. Simply, if you just categorize, all these are just categorized as one, sati, mindfulness. Okay, so we look at the text on this one. All right, now, this Bhikkhu Bodhi book explain this one. Okay, Thomas, can you read this one, Thomas?
Requisites of enlightenment. The Pali expression Bodhipakkhiya Dhamma means literally states on the side of enlightenment. Although the expression appears rarely in the sutta, in later literature it comes to be used as a general term for the 37 factors into which the Buddha compressed the practice of his teaching. These factors are called requisites of enlightenment because they conduce to the attainment of enlightenment, which is the knowledge of the 4 supramundane paths. The 37 requisites, as shown, fall into 7 groups. 4 foundations of mindfulness, Satipatthana. And the word patana here is taken to have the dual meanings of setting up or application, upatana, and foundations, that is, of sati or mindfulness. And the 4 foundations of mindfulness form a complete system of meditative practice for the development of mindfulness and insight. The method is expounded at length in 2 suttas, D22 and M10, and in a collection of short suttas, the Satipatthana Samyutta. The four foundations of mindfulness have a single essence, which consists of mindful contemplation of phenomena. They are differentiated insofar as this mindful contemplation is to be applied to four objects: the body, feelings, states of consciousness, and mental objects. The latter comprises such factors as the five hindrances, the five aggregates, the six sense bases, the seven enlightenment factors, and the four noble truths. The practice of the four foundations of mindfulness is identical with right mindfulness as the seventh factor of the Noble Eightfold Path. Four supreme efforts.
Okay, up to here, thank you. Okay, so we have these four objects. So main thing is these four objects. All right, so I just copy it. So the first one is Satipatthana. All right. So it already say we have few suttas here from the Majjhima Nikaya and the Tikka Nikaya. All right, Majjhima Nikaya means middle length and long length. So anyway, so we have this Kaya, Vedana, Chitta, and Dhamma. All right. And when we learn about, of course, in ultimate sense, they are called sati, or we call it the what just now I say the right mindfulness. Sati means mindfulness. Okay, so they are based on these four objects. So these are four objects. Now we need to link with the five aggregates. I think last time, remember, I also in one of my notes we put about the five aggregates. So Kaya Nupassana. So I will ask question now. Okay, Sister Chai Hun. Okay, based on this one, so which five aggregates will be on the Kaya? Which one the Kaya Nupassana will contemplate on, Sister Chai Hun?
Sorry, what is the question? Which one is on Kaya, Rupa?
Yeah. Okay, Lupa, right? Okay, Lupa means the body. All right. Okay, means the physical body. Okay, how about Hueliu for Vedana Nupassana? Which aggregates will be contemplate on?
Vedana.
Yes. Okay, Vedana, feeling. All right. How about Badako for Chittanupassana, contemplation on mind? All right. So which object will be contemplate on?
Vijnana.
Hmm?
Vijnana.
Vijnana. Okay, Vijnana. All right. So the word actually chitta and Vijnana is actually same. So in brief, we talk about 89 chitta, but of course it's impossible to contemplate all. Now the word Dhammanupassana, normally we translate as the word mental object. All right. So which one to contemplate on? Shinlin, I think you remember I come across this one before, like Shinlin.
The five aggregates.
Okay. Either five aggregates, option one, five aggregates. Second option will be,
Sanya, Sankhara.
yeah, okay, the remain two. I cannot put the. All right. So this just in terms of category. All right. But actually, when you're practicing the Satipatthana, you don't need to think about, oh, I'm practicing the Kaya, I'm practicing the Vedana, I'm practicing the Chitta and Dhamma. Whatever arise, so when we talk about this Satipatthana, so it just means that, we say, based on mindfulness, all right, direct translation or contemplation of mindfulness. So, which is supposed to be, you contemplate any object, all right, contemplate any object, all right, occurs at that time, at that place, okay, at that place, at that moment, and so on. That is if you want to go for Abhidhamma way, but in reality, so Vipassana means just not anything that appear, okay. So this chapter already finished, this part already, okay. So if you can link this with meditation, then it's actually very easy to memorize it. But if you cannot link with meditation, it's just a theory only. So, okay, I think this is easy one. All right. So let's look for. Remember, we are on this Bodhipakkhiya. So there are seven of them. So the first one is Satipatthana. Just contemplate on these four dhammas. Of course, if you want to go detail, we can study all these Satipatthana Sutta and so on. But I think it's actually all right. You can actually read yourself. I will put the link there so you can just read yourself all this where you have the reference. So later I will share with you all this. You can just read it. I think most people are very familiar with these suttas. All right. Next one is second group is Iddhipada. So actually we do come across this. All right. So I will ask okay, Brother Yap. Remember we studied this Chanda, Virya, Chitta, Vimansa. We studied before. Can you remember? Brother Yap?
Yes, Saji.
Yes, we studied this before. So
Yes.
which category we have this Chanda, Virya, Chitta, Vimansa? Desire, effort, Chitta, and investigation. Can you remember?
Sorry, cannot remember, Saji.
Okay. All right, Sister Pueliu, can you remember? We studied this before.
Study. Sorry, Sergi. Did you do the number 2 Sama Padana? Finish already, is it? Right effort.
Oh, no. Okay, so okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's go back to this one. Okay. Right. The second one. All right. Samapadana. Right effort. So right effort in ultimate sense is just viriya. All right. So in ultimate sense is just viriya. So you can write down. It's just a viriya by itself. Right. So right effort means four. So when you notice it, actually all these are very important for you to practice in meditation because you will have evil state. Okay. Let me clean this one. You have evil state means the akusala mind that have arisen. Okay. So when we practice meditation, we have two state, two have arisen, evil state that have arisen, and evil state that not arisen. So we need to stop it in meditation. Okay. So for wholesome state, there will be something that not arisen, and wholesome state that has arisen. So we need to increase this number 3 and 4 is on the wholesome kusala. So this 1 and 2 will be on akusala. So it's very easy to remember. So I think you all can just kind of write yourself. To remember this is this one will be akusala, akusala, kusala, and kusala. All right. So this means that in meditation we need to have right effort to reduce, prevent the akusala. That's a number 1. Remove and prevent. And we need to have a right effort to develop and augment means increase. To develop and increase on the wholesome state. So anything that undeveloped, unarisen, we need to develop. Anything that arisen, let's say if you have the like bojanga factor, you already arisen. So you need to increase it. So just remember the Samapadana as 2 effort only. So it's actually quite easy to remember. 2 in terms of akusala and 2 in terms of kusala. Yeah. So if we can link it with meditation, so it's easy. So let's look at the Bhikkhu Bodhi book. Okay. So this is 4 subprime efforts. So actually the Pali is actually very easy to memorize, no? For those who learn Pali, you all should try to analyze the Pali. Anupanna means arisen. Upanna means arisen. Anupanna means not arisen. Actually, this Samapadana is just energy, viriya. So in ultimate sense, paramata is just a viriya. It has 4 functions, all right? So it's same, right effort. The 6 factor of noble, Eightfold Path. Okay. All right, okay. Let's go back to the last one.
Sayaji, this is
Yeah.
Shinling.
Okay.
Just want to check on the Pali words for right effort because in Noble Eightfold Path, it is Sama
Viri.
Vaya.
Vayama. Okay. Yes.
The difference between Vayama and Padana.
They
Here
are,
it is Sama Padana.
okay. This is a Sama Padana. All right. Yeah. Same. Okay. So its ultimate sense is just effort. All right. Viriya. So Viriya, sometime in a noble eightfold path, we call it Sama Vayama. Vayama. Okay. So it's same. Here is Padana also. So it's a different terms here. This one. Okay. It actually this padana have two meaning. Beside the effort, another meaning is chief, foremost. All right. But we take the second meaning here, effort, striving. That's why sometimes we call it this sama padana, we translate as the right striving. Okay. Right striving. But it's actually same thing. It's actually right effort also. Okay, so this is the second one. All right, Shini?
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
All right. Okay, so let's say the third one actually is, just now I go through. The one is Idipada. It's actually same with the but yeah, same with Adipati. Right? We see Adipati before, but yeah. Yeah. Right? So this is called, sometimes they have different translation. One translation will be Idipada, which actually when you come across this, actually is same with Adipati also. It's only why there are different names, all right? Because in different sutta, the Buddha preach in different way, use a different terminology. So it's actually same thing. It's same with Adipati, means of accomplishment. Yeah. So it's actually four Dhamma. Chanda is just chanda. Viriya is viriya. Chitta is just a consciousness. Vimansa we see before, which is same with the panya, right? So when you come to this, of course, to remember this, you need to go back to the basic, all right? Chanda, viriya, chitta, vimansa. So we have to go back to basic. So where is chanda? I hope you all can see. Okay, so this one, all right? This one, when we study the Chetasika, under the Pakinaka, occasionally there will be chanda. Then, second one will be viriya. Viriya will be under this one, okay? Viriya. So chanda, viriya, chitta. Chitta will be all the consciousnesses. Now, vimansa, all right? So the Pali word is vimansa, but in the Chetasika, we don't have this vimansa. We don't have vimansa. All right. So what we have, right? So we already studied before. Vimansa means wisdom. So we have this under the moha, all right? Under this panya indriya. Panya and indriya. Panya indriya means wisdom, all right? So this means that this will be, all the consciousness or chitta at that time. So effort is just effort. Okay, so this is a desire. So we go through this one before because the Dhamma is same with the Adipati. All right. So we see Adipati before. So that's how we remember whatever you learn before, you just don't forget. Because the moment you forget, when you come to here, you get blur. You just have to remember something that you learned before and compare with the current information that you learned before. Okay. So then you don't, we call it lost track. Because if you don't link with what you learned before, so everything will be kind of like jigsaw puzzle here and there. You don't see the how things are connected. All right. Now, why do we call it means of accomplishment? So there's a translation here. So look at the now ed, all right, pada, ed pada means of accomplishment. Now the ed actually kind of like there are few meanings of ed, all right. Ed actually I think even though like we say ed can be means like magical power. When we say magical power is using the word ed, like even like Abhidhamma, higher power, also ed. Like Buddha transform himself or become with the powers, transform to another one, produce another body, and so on. So it's using the word ed. So I think there are 10 types of ed here, right? Yeah, 10 types of ed, right? So the meaning can be psychic power. For those who practice successfully in jhana, they can fly to the sky and so on, right? But it also can mean just a successfulness because the meaning is like prosperous and so on. Okay. So that's why this word ed, when we come to translation, is actually it's a headache because the meaning is there are various kind of meaning here. So I put just a note here. There are different types of meaning here. But here actually, because if we are going to link with enlightenment or effort in meditation, so accomplishment is better than like psychic power and so on. Because psychic power will be like those like fly to sky and whatever. So if you are not practicing jhana, there's no point you want to fly to the sky and no way you're going to fly to the sky and transform yourself. Okay, so that's why accomplishment here more towards the uh, effort, more towards the enlightenment and so on. And pada is translated as means. Sometimes the word pada also have various meaning. So iti pada is better. We just remember iti pada because there are really various different translation, iti and pada. But the ultimate sense is just adipati, all right? Adipati we already see before, predominance, chanda, viriya, chitta, vimansa. And anybody who practice meditation, as I mentioned before in adipati, you need to have desire. All right. If you want to practice meditation, you need to have desire, strong desire to gain enlightenment. All right. Or you need to have also effort. And your mind must be strong. And finally, if you are practicing vipassana, make sure your vimansa. Vimansa, sometimes they use the word investigation. Okay. So it's very important if you're practicing vipassana, you must incline the mind to investigate the Dhamma. The Dhamma means like Namarupa, five aggregates, six sense base, the 18 elements, and so on. So if you only have these three, but you don't have strong vimansa, then your journey will be long. Why? Because you don't see clearly. It will be your wisdom, if it's obstructed by delusion, then your achievement will be slower. All right. So make sure everything you must have vimansa. Okay. So any question about this before we read about this? Okay. Let's ask the
Sayadaw,
next student. Yes.
Sayadaw, regarding the Chitta Idipada,
Mm-hmm.
can you explain a little bit how it actually, you said you must have strong chitta so that we can achieve enlightenment and so on. So is it a
Okay.
specific chitta only?
Here actually actually if you don't want to talk about chitta, so you can use, I think it's specifically refer to the kusala chitta, wholesome mind. All right. Of
Okay.
course, we cannot talk about akusala chitta. Wholesome mind, then it will be make sense. Okay, kusala chitta. But sometimes we can just take in a general sense that you might have a strong mind. Okay. Because
So
since
Adipati,
it's same with
sorry,
the adipati, is also
oh,
means predominant. Okay, predominant means that your mind should be strong.
so it's
Strong,
different from Adipati in the sense that
same.
Adipati may be good, the Kusala and Akusala chitta, no?
No, it's same. This dhamma is same with adipati. Same dhamma. It's just a different terms only.
Okay.
Like Iddhipada and Adipati is same because the Dhamma here, when we use the word Dhamma means Paramata Dhamma. This means that all these are three Cetasika. Chanda, Viriya, Vimansa are Cetasika. And Chitta is just a Chitta. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay. So, right. Let's read about this Iddhipada. Okay, Sumitra Khan, sister. Sumitra, I can read this one.
There are four means to accomplishment. The means to accomplishment consisting of firstly, desire, secondly, energy, thirdly, consciousness, the fourth one, investigation. Four means to accomplishment, Iddhipada. The word Iddhi here signifies all sublime and supramundane states to be accomplished by applying effort to the practice of the Buddha's teaching. The principal methods of achieving this are called the means of accomplishment. These are identical with the four predominant. However, while those states become predominant, adipati, on any occasions when they are instrumental in accomplishing a goal, they become itipadas only when they are applied to achieving the goal of the Buddha's teaching. The expression itipada extends to both mundane and supramundane states.
Okay, thank you. All right, so this is the explanation on Iddhipada. So Iddhi means all the sublime and supramundane. Sublime here means refer to more the normal, like you can also refer to jhana here. Supramundane means the Magaphala. All right. So they are sent with the four predominant. So predominant with this T better. All right. So in ultimate sense will be just four: Chanda, Viriya, Chitta, Vimansa. So it's same with Adipati. All right. So that's how you learn. You learn the new things and you connect with the old things because we already studied Adipati, I think previous week. All right. So next one will be on. Yeah. So actually we can go quite fast because this one we study before Indriya. We study Indriya before. Now here is called dominating faculty. So Sada, Sati, Viriya, Samadhi, Panya. Remember we already studied before. Okay. So Sada is faith, Sati is mindfulness, Viriya is effort, Samadhi is concentration, and Panya is a knowledge that dominates associated states in realizing. Okay. Now, we already studied this. Sada, Viriya, Sati, Samadhi, Panya. Now, remember, this is from Sutta. When it comes to Sutta, we have these terms. But in ultimate sense, Sada is also Sada. Viriya is Viriya. Sati is Sati. Samadhi is Ekagata. Okay. Panya will be like just now, Panya Indriya. Alright. So when you come to this, these five are actually five Cetasika. Okay. So that's why when you study this Indriya or the next one will be Bala, you always have to remember these 52 Cetasika. So you just have to come to here, match again. So where do you see the Sada? Alright. Sada will be under the so beautiful Chitta, Sada. Alright, so this is the one. Sada Viriya is this one. Sada Viriya Sati is this one. Sada Viriya Sati Samadhi. Samadhi will be under this Ekagata. Alright, this one. And Panya will be under the last one, Panya Indriya. Alright. So to be smart, you all should print the charts like this. 89 Chitta or 52 Chettasika, and whenever you learn Abhidhamma, try to come back to this fundamental again. Then you don't get lost. because you always can refer back to this is foundation, okay? 52 are Cetasika foundation. So if you don't have this foundation, so later when you learn all these Adipati, you get lost because you cannot forget, you cannot see which Dhamma it is. Okay, Shilin, are you clear about this? Okay, so always come back to the Cetasika. So in fact, Sada, Viriya, Sati, Samadhi, Panya, all these are just 5 Cetasika. All right. So remember always to refer back to Cetasika. Now the next one will be Bala. All right. So this book actually is very short. Bala actually we already studied before. Remember when we say Indriya, when become very strong, it become Bala, which is unshakable. So you have the same Dhamma, Sada, Sati, Viriya, Samadhi, and Panya. Okay. So I just write here. This is same Dhamma here, which is actually same thing. So when your faculty, so when your 5 faculties become very strong, so they become Bala, power. Okay. So that's how it's the same Dhamma, but it's we call it the intensity. All right. Or you can use the word intensity. All right. So intensity or degree are different. Indriya and Bala is different. All right. So Indriya is normal, so become strong, it become Bala. And Bala has the same Dhamma with the Indriya. All right. So we will read this faculty and Bala. All right. Okay. Sister Chong Pak Lan, can you read this one?
Is it guide to 27, 28? Is it this one?
Yes, yes.
The faculties and powers comprise the same 5 factors, though different functions are attached to the 2 categories. The faculties are factors which exercise control in their respective domains, while the powers are these same factors considered as being unshakable by their opposites. Thus, the 5 faculties exercise control in the respective spheres of resolution, adhimokkha, exertion, pakadha, awareness, upatana, non-distraction, avikepa, and discernment, dasana. In doing so, they help to overcome their opposites: indecision, laziness, negligence, agitation, and delusion. The 5 powers are these same states considered as unwavering and as incapable of being overcome by their opposites. In the development of the faculties, faith and wisdom are to be balanced to avoid the extremes of blind credulity and intellectual cleverness. Energy and concentration are to be balanced to avoid restless agitation and sluggish immobility of mind. But strong mindfulness is always necessary, for mindfulness oversees the development of the other faculties, ensures that they are kept in balance.
Okay, thank you. All right.
Thank you.
So this one are 5 of them. So faculty means control, exercise control in their respective domain. Bala is power, means unshakable by the opposite. All right. So remember this one we call it sometimes Indriya, we call it controlling faculty. right? And this is when it becomes strong, become bala, which is unshakable. All right. So I think a lot of people in last time during my meditation class, I also explained this already. So 5 of them. This one for anybody who practice meditation is considered very important. Okay. So Sada, Viriya, Sati, Samadhi, Panya. Now, why is it important here? It's because there are few reasons here. Of course, first thing you need to develop this because they increase your restoration. There's a Sada, exertion, there's a Viriya, awareness, Sati, and then Samadhi, increase your non-distraction, and discernment, increase, that's for your wisdom. And then they can overcome the opposites. Opposite means those opposite of things. All right. So it's important to increase this one. So I kind of going to copy. So this means that this 5 will have few results. So they help to develop, right? Overcome. So you just need to match it. Okay, restoration means the effort, the faith going to increase the restoration. Viriya going to increase the exertion. Sati, awareness. And then non-distraction, the samadhi. Panya is discernment. And then the sada going to overcome indecision. Means you cannot make decision on something. Viriya will be overcome the laziness. Mindfulness will overcome the negligence. Samadhi will be overcome the agitation. And then the panya will overcome delusion. Okay. So that's why it's important. Sorry. To increase this one because when these are controlling faculty become when they are very strong, they become power. Bala. The Dhamma is actually same, just a 5 Chitasika. All right, I think we will just stop here. So I will leave the screen. So if you want to copy, you can copy. All right. So later I will continue. Okay, we just pause for 5 minutes. Okay. Now, how are we going to make it less abstract, like Thomas say? Okay, so one way to do is link with meditation, right? Now, this thing you need to practice in meditation. So, like this, okay, faith. So I'm going to put in kind of like table. So how are you going to increase your faith, all right? Oh, cannot disappear. All right. Sada, Riya, Sati, Samadhi, which is Ekagata. And then Panya, wisdom. Okay, how are you going to increase your faith in meditation or during the meditation time? So you just need to link it, all right? So anybody give suggestions? Vira?
Good evening, Saiji.
Yes, okay.
Chanting, I think chanting will help.
Okay, chanting, right? Okay. Besides chanting, what else? Okay, Sister Wong, what do you think?
Good evening, Sayaji.
Yes.
To increase the faith
Yeah.
in have confidence. Does it have confidence?
Confident. Yeah, yeah. Okay. How are you going to increase your confidence? Because this one we can translate with the word confidence also. All right.
Oh,
Okay. So this is Indriya or Bala. So
by doing investigation.
okay. So you say by investigating, by using wisdom, something like that. By
Sorry?
using by investigating, is it?
Yes.
Okay, so maybe you can put faith after investigating, right? Because after you investigating, then your faith becomes stronger. All right. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now, how about beside this one, what else? How to increase your faith
It's
during your meditation
listening
time?
to Dhamma.
Yes, listening to Dhamma. This is important point, all right? Because when you listen to Dhamma,
The triple gem,
your mind
the
is
virtue,
more sorry?
recollect the virtues of the triple gem.
Okay, yeah, okay. Recollect the virtue of triple gem. Okay. Right, okay. That's how we call it increase it. So now we have we call it the abstract information, which is Abhidhamma. And if we can apply it in like during meditation or any time, right? Or in a spiritual practice, then it become less abstract. So that's how you do. Because if you just see all this as a facts, we call it facts. But if you see it as a practice, then it's become more clear to the mind. Now, effort. Now, remember just now we have 4 types of effort, okay? So in this okay, we have 4 types of effort. This one. 2 effort to about unwholesome, 2 effort about wholesome. Right. So I will copy from okay. Because only Bhikkhu Bodhibo I can copy. The fundamental I cannot copy. Right. Now. So this is a Sammapadana. Now, in theory, actually there are 4 efforts, alright? So this is the first one, second one, third one, and fourth one. So you just remember 2 about akusala, 2 about kusala. That's all. So easy to remember. So 1 and 2 is about akusala. 3 and 4 will be kusala. Right? So now how are you going to increase your viriya effort beside this Sammapadana? So anybody? Sister Shirley or Sharon?
Sorry, I don't have the answer, Sayagi.
You don't have the answer. Okay. How about Brother Ko? How about Guat Ngo? Sister Guat Ngo? You all can try. Just try. So we make it as a discussion now. So we stop a little bit on theory. So we think about practice. Sister Guat Ngo, how to
I'm not
increase the
sure because I never practice
you
meditation.
never practice. You're from KL, right? Are you from KL?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
then you should come for my 3 days meditation in KL, Subang Jaya on 1st May to 3rd May, all right?
Okay.
Okay, all right. So there will be just 1st to 3rd May, all right, in Subang Jaya. I was doing on this meditation, but it's a daytime, so I think for those and not staying in because the organizer, I think they cannot take care of the staying, all right? So try to come for 3 days, then we learn how to on this practice, okay? Now, one way to increase the effort is do you know why you need to do the sitting and walking meditation? Now, remember when you practice meditation, you have how many posture? 4 posture, right? You have sitting, walking, standing, and lying down. And this is we call it big posture, right? So we have the small posture. Small posture means refer to in a Satipatthana Sutta refer to anything like shake the head, like bend the arms, right? So according to this, we call it the Iriyapada. You need to be mindful on all the posture. So how to increase effort is by doing walking meditation or standing. Walking and standing increase your effort. That is why you need to walk. All right. How about sitting meditation? Sitting meditation actually improve your samadhi because when you're sitting, the effort is actually less. And then when you close your eyes, you reduce the distraction. All right. So samadhi. How about lying down? Okay. So among the four postures, lying down is much more samadhi because when you're lying down, your body, of course, very calm and peaceful. Of course, that's why it's very easy to fall into sleep. All right. So walking meditation and standing increase the effort. And then samadhi, for samadhi, you need to do sitting meditation and lying meditation. Okay. Now, how to increase the sati mindfulness? Anybody here? How about Thomas? Now, to make it more less abstract, right? So we link with practice now. Okay.
Yes. Difficult. Increase mindfulness by concentration.
By concentration. All right. Okay. But what if concentration comes later? You know, when we say the mindfulness and concentration, but actually concentration comes later than mindfulness, right? Right or not?
Maybe by recalling about the good effects of meditation.
Okay, so good effects of meditation. Means you going to have a right view, something like that? Or
Yes,
recalling
and
the benefits,
to
okay?
to think about it, yes, to have it present in the mind.
Okay, but this is actually more still on more thoughts, you know. When you're thinking about this, you're still on thinking. But actually, this is one way. But actually, the best way is very easy. You need to have awareness, you know. You know, you heard about the Shu Umin Center, right? They teach about the Satipatthana. They teach about the Chittanupassana. Okay. So one way to increase the mindfulness is just have awareness. All right. That means that not only in meditation time, you need to have awareness at all the time. All the time, all the moment, all the any moment. All right. So any moment, okay, any place. Even you go to toilet, you open the door, you close the door, you see somebody, you know, like sixth sense base, you observe somebody, you see the dogs, you see the human, you see the poor people, you see rich people, you know, you see birds, you see dogs, you see cat. This always must be mindfulness. So by having
Actually,
awareness,
it is
yes.
about vitakka and vichara, no? Vichara. Keep it being.
Not really on Vitakka and Vichara. Vitakka and Vichara is more on thoughts. Thoughts. That's on thoughts later. Later.
Okay.
We call it that's happen later. Like you think about like even like all these are actually it's kind of good thoughts, you know, chanting, faith, all this. But at that moment for mindfulness is awareness. Awareness is just pure. Or sometimes you can use the word, I think you all heard about the word pure awareness, right? So it's at that point you should not have too much thoughts. Because if you have too much thoughts, your mindfulness actually is carried away by the thoughts, right? Do you get the point?
Yes, thank you. Yes, I understand.
All right. Yes. So of course, sometimes when your mind gets so bored, you know, when you feel that your mindfulness is going down, not strong. So yes, at that time you can think about the Buddha, think about the Dhamma, and so that is actually when your mindfulness not strong. But if your mindfulness is strong, actually you should continue the awareness. All right, pure awareness, that's the best. Now, samadhi. By doing sitting meditation, lying meditation, actually they help in samadhi. Now, remember the word samadhi, ekagata, means one-pointedness, okay? Now, how do we have one-pointedness? One-pointedness means that your mind is basically use the simple things. Simple word means focus, okay? Focus on one object. If you want to increase your concentration, samadhi, you just need to focus on one object. That's actually very simple. Let's say if you're doing breathing meditation, so where should you focus? You just focus on breathing. If you want to do a touching point, you can put the two hands together. I'll show you here. Okay. Let's say if you want to increase your concentration, so you can just focus on breath, either one point or abdomen rising falling. It will increase your concentration. So if you feel that you don't want to focus on the breath, you want to focus on one object, you can focus on the body, whole body, or your bottoms touching the cushion. That's also will increase concentration. Or if you feel that you just want to have a small area of touching point, because sometimes you contemplate the whole body is too big, contemplate the bottoms touching the cushion also too big. So basically you can just, I just show you, like you put the hand like this, okay, you put the like this, you know. Of course you put your two hands on your thigh, on the above your thigh, but just show you, you can just like this, press strongly. Okay, press strongly. Just two thumbs press strongly, and you focus on touching point of these two thumbs. All right, this will increase the concentration because the area is small and it's very, our hands have lots of a nerve system and so on. So actually, you will feel the sensation very strongly. So that's one way to increase the concentration. Just focus on one point. All right, can you follow? All right. Right. So basically focus on one point. That's the meaning of ekagata. Eka is one. Gata is pointedness. So basically just means that one point only. Now, how do you increase your panya, wisdom? All right. So anybody? For those who practice before.
Investigation.
Yes. Investigation on what? On what? On Dhamma. All right. Like just now we have the word vimansa. Remember? Vimansa actually is same with the panya. Investigation. You need to investigate on things like, what is this one? Like nama rupa, right? Like five aggregates, like six sense base. Even you need to improve like seven factors or enlightenment. You can investigate on these also. All these are different dhamma. Right? So this means that you have the theory, facts from Abhidhamma, and you try to link with vipassana or practice. Then the Dhamma is no more abstract. It's actually clear to our mind. All right? Thomas, can follow so far?
Yes, can follow. Thank you.
Okay, all right. So that's how we going to reduce the abstractness of the Dhamma. So we make it more something that we can see. All right. So that's increase the Indriya faculty to turn it to Bala, power. So during the meditation or spiritual practice, you need to have faith, confidence, and then you need to have effort by walking meditation and standing. All right. Because when you are walking meditation, when you are doing walking meditation and when you are standing, the effort is there. Because first thing is need to keep this feeling, okay, keep the body erect, right? And second thing, if you are doing walking meditation, you need to movement, body movement for walking meditation, right? So definitely the effort is more compared to sitting or lying down. Because when you sit down, your body is very relaxed. You just need to small minimum little bit effort only to keep the body straight. But walking meditation, you need to have more effort there, definitely. All right. And sati means just pure awareness. Actually, when you try to develop mindfulness, you should not have too much thoughts. Even like thoughts on Dhamma. Thoughts on Dhamma is much more on this sada. Okay, if you want to think about even like listen to Dhamma talk, is actually sada, not much on mindfulness. Mindfulness should be pure awareness. All right. And then wisdom will be investigation Dhamma. All right. So in ultimate sense, all these are just 5 cetasikas, which we develop will increase these 5 of them. Right. So you can match with the above. Resolution, exertion, awareness, non-distraction, discernment overcomes the opposite: indecision, laziness, negligence, agitation, and delusion. All right. So that's we get from this comprehensive Abhidhamma. So actually, yeah. All right. And also there are extra point here. Yeah, I think this is important here. I just copy here. I think when in my meditation class on Saturday last time, I also share about this point already. Okay. Now, that's been that this one. Now you have 5 of them. So the first and last, right? The first is sada and wisdom. The first and last. So if you make a list like this one, the A and this one, these two need to be balanced. Highlight become color. So this one and this one need to be balanced. And effort and then the samadhi need to be balanced. All right. This one is yellow color. Right. So faith and wisdom, panya, need to be balanced. And then effort and samadhi need to be correct. All right. Now, faith and wisdom need to be balanced to avoid the extremes of blind credulity. Right. Because if somebody have if their faith is too much, the wisdom is too less, then they're kind of like blind faith. All right. But it's opposite way. If the wisdom is too much, but here actually we don't use the word, because sometimes we use the word knowledge. Okay. If the knowledge is too much and then the faith is too little, so they actually use use their intellectual cleverness, but it's in a harmful way. Okay. So these two will happen when this one is like when faith is more, and this is we call it wisdom is less. So this is one extreme. So another one will be faith is less and wisdom is so better use the word knowledge is more. Right. So that's why the number 1, faith and wisdom or knowledge should be balanced. Okay, so this number 1 and this number 5. Okay. So in my meditation class, I already say this few times already. And then the second pair is the energy or effort. So that's a number 2 and number 4. Right, they should be balanced to avoid restlessness and then the sluggishness. Right. So this one happen when the effort is more and then concentration is less. It leads to restlessness. But when the concentration effort is less and concentration is more, so the mind becomes sluggishness, immobility. Means that actually the meaning is actually the mind is kind of like lazy, or use the word lazy to move around. Okay, so there will be problem in meditation. So we need to have a effort and concentration. We need to balance them. And to balance the effort and concentration, that is why we need to practice walking meditation. And this is a sitting meditation. Walking meditation will help increase the effort, and sitting meditation will help to improve the concentration. All right. Right. So this means that this and effort and concentration should be balanced by doing the walking meditation and sitting meditation. But the mindfulness is always needed. All right. Whenever we have, whatever we do, mindfulness is needed because it oversees the development of other faculties. So this means that actually it makes sure the other four will work well. So that's the thing here. All right. So that's some extra information later I'll share with you all. Anyway, we come here. The reason why we come here is because you all think that this Abhidhamma is too dry. So that's why we come to this explanation. Anyway, we're still on this Indriya and Bala. Okay, I think we will just stop here because if we continue, Bojjhanga actually is kind of like big topic. So before I stop, maybe we can go for some sutta reading. So where's my things here? Okay. Okay, so I will just recap, all right, from the beginning. Now, we are on this chapter, Bodhipakkhiya Sangaha, because this according to Mahaparinibbana Sutta, the final sutta of the Buddha passing away, final passing away. So far we have gone through this mindfulness, 4 effort striving, 4 iddhipada, path, which is same with the adipati, faculties and power, which is same with the indriya and bala. And then these 2 will continue the next session. And then according to this sutta, when we practice this, they will be beneficial for us, for others, people, and so on. And this, remember, they are under this 37 Bodhipakkhiya Dhamma, right? Now, how do you get this 37? All right, because Satipatthana is 4, this Samapadana, right, striving is 4, and then Iddhipada is 4. So I'll put the Pali word also. The 4. So Pakkati 4, Bala is 4, right? So if you calculate, you got 4, 4, 4. Bala is 5. Indriya is also 5. And then the 7 Bojjhanga, this is a Bojjhanga. And then the Meganga. Right. So if you calculate 4 plus 4 plus 4, 12, and then this is 10, and then 7, 8, you will get totally 37 factors, Bodhipakkhiya, requisite components of enlightenment, which is categorized into 7 categories, right? So you all can click the link here, which I put the link here later, you all can see. So the first category is Satipatthana, we already mentioned just now. It's actually 4 objects. So Kaya, Vedana, Chitta, and Dhamma, which we can match with the 5 aggregates for us to practice meditation. So here is considered as a practice, but if you want to be more specifically, you can refer this as a 5, how we're going to contemplate the 5 aggregates, right? And then the second category will be Samapadana. This is the second category. 4 efforts, 2 to reduce the unwholesome, 2 to increase the wholesome, right? So this will be on the akusala, this will be on kusala, on this on the kusala, right? And then number 3 will be itipada. Same with the adipati, you got the chanda, virya, chitta, vimansa. So after that, you got the, this is number 3, all right? So number 4 will be indriya, number 5 will be bala. Okay, so indriya bala is quite same, but indriya controlling faculty, when it becomes strong, it becomes power bala. So it's only the intensity and degree is different. Bala is unshakable. So this is the 5 of them, which is actually very important for anybody who practice meditation. You need to have a effort, but you need to have this confidence, faith, effort, mindfulness, samadhi, and panya. All right. So any questions before I stop and we do the share of merits? Okay, next week we'll continue on Bojjhanga. Any last question? So in this fundamental Abhidhamma, you only have how many? I think 2 chapters, 2 pages only. So this is the one we go through just now. Here, of course, it look very dry with just the numbers and category and so on. Indriya and bala. Okay. Any question want to ask? Yeah.
In the Satipatthana, it was sometimes translated as the only way to enlightenment.
Ekayano. Yes.
So if that is the case, then why is Satipatthana only part of Bodhipakkhiya?
It is a different translation. I think last time we go to the commentary of the Satipatthana, remember? Do you remember?
No, I don't remember.
Oh, let me see. Commentary to Satipatthana. So the Ekayano, right? So Eka is one, right?
Yes.
Ayana. Okay, I'll show the screen. Now, normally we translate the only way, right? But there are different explanation according to commentary. Some they say is only way, but if you look at the category here, it cannot be only way. You have Satipatthana, you also got Bojjhanga, you also got the Noble Eightfold Path, right? And you also got other Dhammas. So if Buddha preached the 84,000 Dhamma, how can it be only way? But you can say maybe sometimes the commentary say it's the sure way, confirm way towards Nibbana. That means that if you practice the Satipatthana, not just you will not go to other path, but you definitely will go to Nibbana. All right? Then it makes sense because it's the only way that lead to Nibbana or the sure way that lead to Nibbana. But it cannot be only Dhamma, right? Because there will be Bojjhanga and so on. All right, Brother Ko?
Yeah, because I think in the Mahaparidimana, there's one last convert where Buddha says that there will be Aryas if there is Noble Eightfold Path. In that
Yes. Okay. I'll try to look for that sutta also.
But then there is also some teacher which mentioned that out of the 7 categories, if you comply to one of the categories, you are actually satisfying the other 6 categories.
Yes, but just now we see the the Samapadana. Samapadana is only effort, right? It's only one effort. Then it cannot, but all these are called the factors of enlightenment or requisite of enlightenment. So it cannot be the only way, only one man, only one path. Yeah, let me see this.
Subhada, I think it was talking to
Yeah, Subhada, right? Yeah, this one, Subhada. Okay, this one. In this teaching and training, the Noble Eightfold Path is found. All right. So only here, ascetic here means samana. Samana refer to monks or those who attain enlightenment here. Because if we are talking about first and second, third, and fourth, this refer to fourth level, four types of enlightenment. So here it mentioned about the Noble Eightfold Path. Okay, it does not mention the Satipatthana. But of course, we will see the Satipatthana somewhere here. Right? Because this is a very big sutta. You know, Mahaparinibbana Sutta is a very long sutta that the Buddha preached. Okay, here. He also mentioned about the 4 kinds of mindfulness. Right? And he also mentioned the Bojjhanga. Right? So, yeah. So, all these are we call it, different dhammas because it's not that everybody will need to practice Satipatthana. Because some people might just practice the Noble Eightfold Path. Somebody might listen to Bojjhanga, they just practice Bojjhanga. All right. So the Buddha will preach the Dhamma according to the inclination of that people. So in the past, let's say if he mentioned if he practiced Bojjhanga, and then this life, if he will be able to get enlightenment when the Buddha preached the Bojjhanga, then the Buddha will preach Bojjhanga. Right? The Buddha will see what sutta will be suitable for that person. And what kind of special words that person will be. Let's say if that person like the word vimansa, then the Buddha will use the word vimansa. So if that person prefer to use the word panya, then the Buddha will use the word panya. Because when they listen to that certain terms, certain terminology, then they'll be able to, their mind will be able to focus well and get enlightenment. So the Buddha will preach in that way. So that's why there are many dhammas, and all as long as they lead to few criteria. First one, they reduce the unwholesome. Like just now, 2 types are unwholesome, right? So reduce the unwholesome and they increase the wholesome. Wholesome including the Bojjhanga. So if they can make the mind more pure and pure and be able to establish in the correct way, then that's the right path. Okay? All right. I think if no question, we will do the sharing of merits.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Right, I think maybe somebody. Where's the? Right, I think who want to volunteer to chant? Right, Brother Yap. I'll share. Brother Yap, can you lead us?
Okay, 5G.
Yes, okay. Pali and English. All right, Pali and English. Okay.
Kamayachana, forgiveness of faults. Kaena vacha chittena pamadena maya katang aksayang kamma me bante puripanya tathagata. Kaena vacha chittena pamadena maya katang aksayang kamma me dhamma sandittika akalika kaena vacha chittena pamadena maya katang Akcayang kama me bat sangga supatipanna anuttara. By body, speech, and mind, if I have committed any wrong heedlessly, may the Buddha, who has extensive wisdom, forgive me. By body, speech, and mind, if I have committed any wrong heedlessly, may the Dhamma that is realized by own self with immediate effect forgive me. By body, speech, and mind, if I have committed any wrong heedlessly, may the Sangha that has good practice and incomparable forgive me. Sharing of merits with all beings. Imang no punya bagang sabba sattanang dema. Imang no punya bagang sabba sattanang dema. Imang no punya bagang sabba sattanang dema. We share this merit with all sentient beings. May they obtain these merits and always be well and happy. Sharing of merits to the departed ones. Idang no nyati nang hotu, sukita hontu nyatayo. Idang no nyati nang hotu, sukita hontu nyatayo. Idang no nyati nang hotu, sukita hontu nyatayo. Let this merit go to our relative. May our relative be happy. Blessing. Ayuraroga sampatti, sabga sampatti mevacha, atto nibbana sampatti, iminate samijjatu. Longevity, good health, and a rebirth in the heaven, and the attainment of nibbana. May you achieve this by this merit. Blessing to the world. Devo vassatu kalena sassa sampatti hotu ca pito bhavatu loko ca raja bhavatu dhammiko. May the rain fall at suitable times. May the crop be abundance. May the world be prosperous. May the king be righteous. Patana aspiration. Adda imaya patipadaya jaramara namha parimuchisami idang me punyang asavakayav hanghotu idang me punyang nibbanasapacayo hotu idang me silang maggapala Jnanasapacayo hotu. Indeed, by this mental training practice, I shall surely be free from aging, sickness, and death. By my merits, may I eradicate all defilements. May my merits be conducive to the attainment of Nibbana. May my observance of morality be conditioned to attain path and fructious knowledge. Imina punya kammena mame bala samagamo satang samagamo hotu yava nibbana patiya. By this merit that I've acquired, may I never meet foolish, wicked person. May I meet the wise and virtuous person until I attain Nibbana, ultimate peace and happiness.
Okay, thank you very much, Brother Yap. Okay, let us put our
Welcome.
hand together and we recite the last one, all right? Buddha
Buddha
sasanam
sasanam
chiram
tiram
titatu.
titatu.
Buddha sasanam
Sasanam
chiram
tiram
titatu.
titatu.
Buddha
Buddha
sasanam
sasanam
chiram
tiram
titatu.
titatu.
Sadhu, sadhu,
Sadhu,
sadhu.
sadhu.
Okay, thank you. So, yeah.